How do you distinguish the ego from productive thinking? This question arose today for me, and I wanted to make a video about it. And you can let me know your opinion and what you think. As I started to contemplate on what ego is versus productive thinking, I started to realize how much of my thinking is ego and is unnecessary. Productive thinking would be something that you know that you need to get done that does require planning. Ego is mostly negative, mostly personal attacks or being upset of somebody saying something to you that you feel is a personal attack, not liking something that someone else did or said, not accepting what is here and now, even if it's difficult, even if it's hard to process. Productive thinking would be, I know I need to pay this bill, and you're thinking, oh, okay, I know I need to do this at this time. That's a thought that arises that is something that you know that is something that requires time that you know that needs to get done. However, continuing to obsess over a bill that you need to pay that maybe you don't know if you're going to be able to pay it, or you don't know or when you're going to find the time to do that, that is when ego arises. It's also good to understand that just because you have to plan certain things out in your life doesn't mean that you have to think about them. In fact, things become easier if you're able to just let things flow, be in the present moment, and let the universe work out whatever it needs to work out. You think that you need to think about everything in your life, but you don't. And that's why you're suffering. So are you sick of suffering? I guess is the question. I would suggest, if you're struggling to distinguish the difference between what you consider productive thinking and ego, I would consider just trying to be in the present moment and not worrying about your life for a minute. And as you do this, bring your awareness into your body. That'll keep you in the present moment, and then you'll start to realize that the things that you were so stressed about, you actually are no longer stressed about them. You know it's going to work itself out. So that thing that you thought was productive of you worrying about or thinking if you need to figure something out in the future really wasn't as important as you thought it was. Eckart Tolle talks about being in the present moment. He doesn't mean forcing yourself into the present moment. What he means is simply to become aware of the fact that you have an ego, accept the fact that you have an ego, accept the fact that it is the ego, and simply choose to direct your attention into the present moment as much as possible throughout the day. And there's going to be a lot of distractions at first. It's not something that is easy. It's not easy work. But the more that you do it, the better at it that you're going to get. And that's why, using your body, using sound if you need to, those are things that can help you stay in the present moment. Instead of forcing yourself and trying to resist thoughts, because we don't want to resist thoughts. We just want to simply notice that they're there and direct our attention into something else. It's really so simple, but our mind makes it hard. And our mind gets bored if it can't sit and think all day. Can you be okay with not having to think all day? I bet you if you start doing it for at least 2 or 3 days, you're going to see that it's worth it. So, are you thinking productively, or are you just caught up in your ego all day? I guarantee you're probably in your ego. I hope this video helps somebody. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.